Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring. Four sides of the ring. Everybody out here got an opinion. Your ego shall die in the ring. If the debate's getting heated, we heating. You know it's been fire in the ring. We them guys in the ring. Leave with your pride in the sling. Four sides of the ring.
Here, how's everybody doing today? It's your boy, China, whoever you need me to be, and I'm with the one that makes you say, fuck, it's him again. It's NetRam. Oh, I got that wrong. Damn, it's NetRam. And, I found this guy on the streets. He said he was sorry. He was ready to come back. I was like, sir, who are you? He was like, it's me, the founder.
It's me.
It's the founder, Marcus Hernandez. How we doing today, gentlemen?
You're definitely lying to our people because I was ready to come back, but apparently our non-existent HR said I couldn't come back.
Yo, the blasphemy. This is me and Marcus's conversation every Tuesday. Marcus like, yeah, I can record. I'm like, all right, Marcus, just let me know if you record. Later that day, you know what? This and that came up. I'm gonna come back next week. I was like,
next week.
Then we've been doing this song and dance for the last like 3 weeks. But
and I started seeing people was like, is he coming back? I was like, all right, I gotta make a comeback. We gotta
what if they said no? What if they would have never said anything? You just would have left us?
That'd been crazy, just working behind stage.
Just like left me, how my dad left me. That's crazy.
Nah, because then I would have got blamed for creative. You're not about to make me Triple H. That's crazy.
He would have left the way John Cena left you.
I mean, I knew what was coming. You know what I mean? I seen the doors now. Before we get into anything, let's talk about our favorite indie wrestlers' upcoming schedule. As you know, our boy, the Zombie King, and much love, brother. He's out there on the road. This Saturday, the TCW, the Monsoon, the 6-year anniversary show. They're going to be in Bayville, New Jersey. Doors open at 6. If you see the Zombie King, he'll buy you a beer. Or I'll buy you a beer. Who knows? But just go bother the Zombie King. Show some love to TCW. He's killing up over there. Talking some more TCW Monsoon. This is his actual match during the 6-year anniversary. It is Robbie Romero. Boo. Pedro Pablo. Why do you have 2 first names, sir? And the Zombie King.
With Team Roderick Strong.
Yeah, why are you in cheetah print and he's in zebra print? Pedro Pablo.
It makes sense.
It don't even make sense, but that is happening this Saturday, January 24th at the.
Those are prescription glasses.
Berkeley Little League Volunteer Community Center, 43 Moorridge Avenue, Bayville, New Jersey. Doors open at 6. Bell time is at 7. Go show our boy some love. I'm back in his home promotion. When is this? Saturday, January 31st. That is not this Saturday. That is next Saturday at the Lafayette Township School. What is Ant? Oh, this is the same card I've been showing you. Listen, if you're not going to show up for Ant, show up for Nunzio. See how washed he is. This way you can see why I beat for wrestlers over 45 years old. The Ant is on the card.
He's not washed. He's a legend.
I'll say this. You'd be surprised how Nunzio could still because
and Doink the Clown. And Doink the Clown.
Yes, and Doink the Clown.
It's not a promotion. Just go watch the Zombie King.
Yeah, listen, watch the Zombie King, but watch Nunzio so you can agree with me and be like, damn, wrestlers all over 45 are washed. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Y'all think that's legit Doink though?
I have no idea, brother. It can just be Doink.
That's the real life. That's Doink, bro. What do you mean? It's the original Doink.
This is a little far from now. This is March 14, which is also a Saturday at Passaic, New Jersey. I see a whole bunch of people in masks. I don't know what's going on, but they also got the Zombie King under there, so we got to go check it out. It says Luchadores Mexicanos. Junior Flow is Puerto Rican, but if he's kayfabe Mexican, I feel like this is something he should have told me.
I mean, I fuck with it. You know what I mean?
I feel like if he was kayfabe Mexican, I feel like that's something that
I ain't gonna lie though.
If Frankie Flo is the Boricua god, bro, there's no.
I ain't gonna lie. If Zombie King has to come out and it's like from the graveyards of Mexico, that's got a ring to it. That's all I'm saying.
Hate to be political, but you mean the graveyards of Mexico that were dragged in by ice, or the actual graveyards of Mexico? Listen, I'm just here for the giggles.
Those some dope masks.
I'm not gonna hold you; they are pretty dope. This is a month and a half out now, so if you got some time, please go check out the Zombie King. Support your local indie show, guys. If you guys love wrestling, which I guys hope you do because you guys are watching the show, support your local indies. You guys will have a good time. You get to go meet some up and comers, and maybe in 5-6 years, be like, oh shit, I saw that guy one time and he blew up, and you feel proud of yourself. It's like watching a collegiate player blow up. You feel proud and pride of knowing them. But that being said, where you been at, brother? Marcus, talk to the people. Why have you abandoned us?
I didn't abandon anybody, but no, I mean, as y'all know, we brought a second life into this world in Roman. That was been dope the last 2 months. Been doing that with him and Marcus, and everything's been good. Everything's been chilling. It's been smooth. Took a small little break from wrestling at that time, like a 2-week break. Didn't really watch. Obviously, was really paying attention to the John Cena stuff going on, the Tanahashi stuff going on. Wasn't a big fan of CM Punk. Not a big fan of CM Punk being heavyweight champion. It is what it is. But just diving back into wrestling, was doing other things, found a new hobby, and just happy to be back, man. Really, really happy to be back. Family's doing great. I'm able to come back, so I'm ready to talk wrestling and get 4 sides of the ring back on the road. Not saying that you guys haven't on it, 100%. Chana been holding it down, been holding it down, but especially you, Chana. You've been keeping us alive, carrying us on your back.
The people want to know, is baby number 3 en route?
No. John Cena retired, you know? Remember when he won? You was like, oh, you got to go make that second baby? I have that. There's no.
Listen, John Cena retired. You could have made number 3 on the retirement day.
The only way 3 might happen, bro, is like, I don't know. Jericho would have to come back and be AEW World Champion.
He had a better chance being whatever weight champion of the Federation. That has a better chance of happening, my good sirs. Let's talk a little bit into that John Cena. So you saw John Cena and Tanahashi. Whose retirement run you felt was held better and why?
I mean, you already know I'm biased, but it's Cena. Cena had the greatest wrestling retirement. Before Cena, it was Ric Flair. I thought Ric Flair had the greatest wrestling retirement match you could ask for. You're going to get your best friend. It was a war you really didn't want. You didn't give up, but you kind of had to, right? Your best friend had to take you out. But in this one, it was a little different. It was watching John Cena do everything in his power to not give up, but knowing he had to give up. Right? Everybody wanted him to win this match, but if he won this match, to be honest, if he beat Gunther, you showed the slight chance that John Cena still had it. John Cena could still go. And you can't show that. Because then you give people hope, and you can't do that to people because he's not going to be around full time, right? He couldn't do it. And he felt like when he couldn't do it, he was going to give up, and he had to give up. Gunther is a great predecessor. Gunther is a person you could put over. He's not somebody that's, man, I can't believe it was him, you know? Gunther is that guy. We've all talked well about him, great in the ring. He's gotten better than he's ever been. And he doesn't have a title, which is great. He's like this forefront. He's awesome to watch now, and there's no title surrounded around him. So I think the fact that he's doing that is awesome, and now he's proven to the fact that he is marketable without having a title around his waist. Tanahashi's dope too, though. You know, you got to wrestle one of your best friends, somebody you actually came up with. I was actually talking to my brother. It's so crazy that these Japanese guys can stay so young looking and healthy in shape, and it's just, you go and look at their age, you're like, damn, how old are they? They're up in their 50s, their 45s. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about Shibata. Shibata is way older than all of us. But dude looks like he's 28 years old. You know, it's just staying in shape, staying healthy. So those guys, watching that, Tanahashi, once again a legend. But watching that last AEW match and his knees going to ground beef, it's like one of those things you got to give it up. I wish Kota Ibushi'd probably give it up now too, but that's probably not going to happen.
Listen, when you're a professional wrestler and you love wrestling and your body quits on you, you still probably going to go 9 out of 10 times. And if you do retire, you'll probably be back.
That's why I think John did it best. Like he still loves professional wrestling, but I can't do it anymore. And I know I can't do it anymore. So let's not keep trying to do it. And I think Sting, I know everybody says Sting had the best. Sting was a special case. Sting was a super special case because it was a tag team and Darby Allin carried all their matches. So it made sense that they won the tag team titles. And it's the Young Bucks. It's what they do. But if it was a solo career, obviously Sting's not winning matches if it's a solo career. So it made sense that he was in a tag team and he was getting carried by Darby Allin.
Talk your piece, Netman. What's going on?
I'll say with Sting's retirement, I feel like people need to understand that it's the first time AEW did one. So I feel like we held it in a higher percentage, but also we can't compare it to anything else. There's no other retirement AEW's ever held. So to us, it's like Sting's retirement was great compared to nothing else in their history.
I think AEW retired Cody Rhodes.
That's what you want to. That's what you want to call that.
They definitely retired Brian Pillman Jr.
Speaking of retirements, recently in January, kind of young, Fandango just retired, or JDC. He just had his last match on the TNA pay-per-view. Yeah, he lost to the system, and now they're supposed to replace him. I don't know if that's an injury thing or what it is, but he did retire.
Good for him.
I mean, who doesn't love a good Fandango?
Who else retired?
Who?
Frankie Flo. Shout out to Frankie Flo on retirement.
Oh, he
Frankie
did
Flo
retire.
He did retire.
Listen, he retired. We're gonna see him in 6 months pop up on TNA, better than ever, stronger than ever. You know who needs to retire? PCO. But let's talk. Let's
agree. 100%.
That was specifically for NetRam. Specifically. Let's talk a little bit about Gunther. Listen, you're right. It's great that Gunther does not have the strap right now. It's great to see. It's refreshing.
Perfect. It's perfect.
You know, it's great because Gunther is a dominant figure. You know what I mean? He's not going to lose the world championship to Dom Mysterio, even though he should, but he's not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just too dominant of a build. So it kind of, his world title runs kind of get stale. The issue with him being the career ender is that what is he going to do in segue matches? You know what I mean? When he's not actively ending careers. But is he going to go into the? Is he going to go into
so many careers to end now?
There's so many careers to end in WWE.
All right, name five. Name five who's ready to go.
AJ, Randy, Jericho. If signed, I still don't think he did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hold on, there's more. There's a lot of old guys in WWE.
You got
Punk's coming up. Cody said he signed his last contract. That's bound to come.
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. Here's my issue. Here's my issue with Rey, right? Listen, I know Gunther's the career ender, but there's nobody who should be ending Rey's career other than Dom.
What if the story was?
See, but I get that. But I feel like Dom's story is not retiring his father. I feel like it's like the redemption story for his father. No, I think that's what it is. I feel like he's going to be the guy to do the yes. I feel like once that guy does it, he's going to be like, you know what? I'm not Dirty Dom. I'm Dominic Mysterio. I'm going to carry this Mysterio name.
And you know why that doesn't work? Because Dom has never beaten.
Because you don't want to see him as a face. That's why it doesn't work.
Oh, that too. He'll be a terrible face. I fight for you guys. Fuck you, Dom.
Hey, that's a former AEW champion according to AAA.
According to AI. But listen, the story for Rey has always been Dom. If they give it to Gunther to fit the narrative, I'll be livid. It's a Dom story. You know what I mean? Dom's first 2 WrestleMania matches have been against his father. You have to let him end him. As far as Randy, sure, he can retire Randy Orton. When is Randy retiring? Not no time soon. Sheamus is not retiring no time soon.
You got Sheamus too, you're right, Sheamus.
But these guys were up there.
Yeah, but these guys are like 2-3 years out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jericho, listen, Gunther retiring Jericho, great, grimy as fuck, but it's great. You know what I mean?
There could also be
Brock
like
Lesnar. Brock Lesnar.
Lesnar's a great one.
When they do cuts, right? You could have like some like I Quit matches, like loser leaves WWE. You know, so you could do like a Johnny Gargano or anybody who else is getting ready. Might be coming up.
So, as we talk about Gunther primarily because at the Royal Rumble has been announced that Gunther is going to be facing AJ Styles for his career. Mm-hmm. And also last year, AJ signed a 1-year extension to finish up with the company to be his last run. Obviously, the year's still fresh. He said he has 1 more year left. I refuse to believe my man is going to end it in the beginning of January and right off into the sunset. Is he going to AEW?
The report said that his contract ended after February, but after Rumble, before Mania. That's what the reports were saying.
Yeah, listen, they probably won't be bang bang because we already know if you do something bang bang that quickly, you don't want to see somebody
I
on
mean,
the
yeah,
Saturday
if he loses
Royal
that
Rumble. You know
Rumble,
what I mean?
yeah, if he loses
And
that
Wednesday
Rumble
night
come
AEW,
February 1st, he's a free agent.
He can go to
and
TNA.
that's the
No, bro.
I don't see him doing a full run of TNA. If he goes to TNA, I see him doing 1-2 matches against Frankie Kazarian. Is that his name? Oh boy,
Yeah, yeah,
Kazarian. One last match with Kazarian, and then I see him AEW bound to have the last share of matches that he wants to have in his control. Last
Okay.
match with
But what if
last match with Samoa Joe, last match with Kenny. You know what I mean? See him against Hangman, Swerve, and then see him just mix it up. They get a
what if it's Gunther's about to beat him, he's about to lose, and TNA saves AJ Styles, and we get an invasion angle finally with TNA saving AJ Styles.
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that because Gunther's on this high right now, man. He's on this high right now. He's on top of the world. He doesn't even need to be world champion. He just retired John Cena. He's not losing this match. You cannot take him off that. You keep
Right, Joe
riding
can't
that.
lose.
He can't lose. He
Rick
cannot
8-Bit,
lose.
welcome to the show, my brother. He says, I see Gunther winning, but by DQ. That is so
But then AJ still loses.
But then AJ still loses. And then it's too iffy.
Terrible.
It's too iffy.
That's a terrible way. That's a terrible way to end your career in kayfabe. You lost on a DQ. Oh my god, I'd off myself.
I think it's just one of these things where like we watch John Cena give up, and it's going to be the same thing for AJ Styles. AJ's going to give everything in his bag. Everybody calls him the GOAT when you're talking about professional wrestling, right? We all say John Cena on a standpoint when it comes to WWE, but when you're talking professional wrestling, AJ Styles is probably in your top 5, if not your top 3. This match is going to be really good. Let's hope, right? But we are going to watch AJ Styles just get depleted because you cannot take Gunther down right now. And if you do an invasion on TNA, what does Gunther really have to do with this whole TNA thing? You know what I mean? There's no story there.
That's right. It is in Saudi. That's a
Rick
good point. I
sorry,
forgot all about that.
but the E isn't paying a bunch of TNA people to show up in Saudi. And honestly,
you don't know what kind of money Santino Marella got. No, you're absolutely right.
Imagine. Nah, but listen, it's one of those things where you're in between a rock and a hard place, right?
100%.
You don't want to end a career like AJ Styles, as illustrious as his career has been, in like the Royal Rumble. He deserves a Mania match this year, man. You know what I mean?
I disagree.
And it's so anticlimactic to end your career at the Royal Rumble. There's no build-up. You know what I mean? He retired John Cena, and AJ Styles was like, "You're not doing that to me, though." You know what I mean? I don't know. We have this match.
I don't disagree with you, but I sort of do in the stance that there's certain pay-per-views that are tied with certain people, like Taker is, with Survivor Series, Brock is with SummerSlam. AJ Styles is the Rumble because that's when he debuted. He got his big shock, and that's when he has his best matches. I generally think that if he was going to retire at the Rumble, where the same pay-per-view where he debuted, it's kind of beautiful poetry.
This is kind of, if you think about it, you have a good point. He did debut at the Rumble. To start and end at the Rumble is dope. Also, his last real program outside of this was with Dom for SummerSlam. And then he was kind of just doing like random Zemanic shit. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. It's one of those things. I still think it's anticlimactic. You have a very good point about that being the debut and that being the end. Poetic, right? It's just to end your career, kayfabe career at the Rumble was just. He deserved like at least a 6-month build-up. Like, yeah, these are my last couple matches, guys.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but also
give him the roses, the doves, the thing. You know what I mean? Like, send my man's out beautifully. He deserves it.
I see what you're saying.
I don't want to see. You know why? Also, because we know this more than likely this isn't his last match, his last actual match. We're gonna see him elsewhere. So for the kids at home who only watch WWE. For this to be a last exposure to AJ Styles, it's depressing.
Ooh, but what if, scrap the TNA thing. Same thing, Gunther's about to win, and newly free agents, David Finlay, Evil, and Gabe Kidd, surprisingly, still a free agent, and we get Bullet Club in WWE.
No.
And they say one of the greatest leaders of all time.
No.
Does Finn leave Judgment Day as well?
No, this. Oh yeah, put Finn Balor in there. I was thinking Fit Finley.
Oh,
Finley
are
Jr.
we resetting the OC? You know what I mean?
Might as well. Might as well. Hey, too sweet.
I see what
I
you're
would
saying,
say-
Chano, on building the
No, take your
story.
piece. No, take your piece.
For AJ, but at on that, dude, is like who you taking off of TV during that time? And I feel like they already had the idea for Cena and Gunther for the retirement match at Saturday Night Main Event. So they were trying to build up the vision with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. So you're not really going to replace AJ for those guys. You probably could have done it with the Judgment Day because it was a little stale while Liv Morgan was out. But I get it. You want Dom on TV. SmackDown didn't have much going on, but nobody's going to go watch AJ Styles on SmackDown because nobody was watching him when he was there before.
No, they said, what's his name? Jesus. Nick Aldis, he sent AJ Styles an invite for SmackDown. So it's possible we see AJ Styles on SmackDown. Listen, I get what you guys are saying. I hear it. But at the same time, like if you look at Gunther being the career ender, is he really the career ender? Like that was already broadcasted as Goldberg's last match. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But Gunther's better than Goldberg.
I mean, obviously, Goldberg is what, in his 60s? And he was never a wrestler? Can we just be honest?
Chano hard over here.
You know what I mean? Like my man's in his 50s and 60s, bro. My man's has been washed for years. You know what I mean? Like that was already broadcasted as his last match, and he hasn't had a match to that probably to like 2 years, and they kept getting pushed back because my man's knees were bad. It's like we already knew that was Goldberg's last match. For him allegedly retiring in John Cena, it was already announced as his last match. Gunther entered a tournament to fight him for his last match. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, bro, it's not like you're just running up on people like, yeah, this is lit. I'm gonna retire you. Like, what do you mean you're gonna retire me? Me, you for your career? Excuse me, sir. I have feelings. So if he actually retires AJ Styles at the Rumble, that'll be the first time that he actually takes a career prematurely. The first two were gimmies. It was already broadcasted. It was the last match. Hell, that Saturday Night Main Event was basically called John Cena's final match. Nobody came to that show for any of those matches outside of saying John Cena's last match. You know what I mean?
Hey, some of those matches were bangers, though.
They were don't get me wrong. It was a great card. But let's keep it a buck. If John Cena wasn't on that card, is anybody tuning into those matches except for diehard fans? No.
You're absolutely I feel that.
You know what I mean? So this would be the first
AJ Styles. It's AJ Styles at the Rumble, retired. Ron Cena at Mania, retired. Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, retired. Randy Orton. It's right down the line.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Gunther, Brock Lesnar for Lesnar's career at Mania. I think that match.
Oh my God. SummerSlam. It's gonna be SummerSlam. SummerSlam's in his hometown.
No, I think that's a Mania match.
That should be a Mania. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the amount of juice Gunther would have if he puts Brock Lesnar to sleep?
That'd be great. That's poetic,
bro. That's poetic.
You'll see Daniel Pomeroy on ESPN just going in.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, guys. If you see Gunther put Brock Lesnar to sleep, and Brock Lesnar trying to actively get out, and he can't, and he goes to sleep, bro, Gunther no longer needs a strap. He doesn't need a title for anything. He's just that guy.
He's that guy. He's that guy. Anytime you see Gunther, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this man's about to end your career. It's over for you, bro."
Bro, and it's like because Brock Lesnar has that aura to him. Like he's there to take names, kick ass, skate off, the state dominate. So if you have Gunther do that to Brock Lesnar for his final match, it's curtains.
I will say this: if it wasn't Gunther, the only wrestler I think that would be perfect for to be the guy that retires people would be rest in peace is Bray Wyatt and the Fiend. Like the Fiend would just be like, "Oh yeah, that he ate his gimmick soul and he's gone forever, retired."
It's
because if you tell me that Bray Wyatt was John Cena's last match, I'd be okay with that match being John Cena's last match.
Like
I would accept it in the Firefly. Yeah, the Firefly Funhouse.
If that was like John Cena's last retirement match, I'd have been fine with that match as well.
Okay. Shit. So, what do you think is going? Do you actually think he's going to TNA?
AJ Styles.
I think so. I think he
At least-
retires in TNA.
What about AEW? You don't see AEW run for him?
I don't see it being an AEW because I think he'll be an ambassador for WWE, a talent scout, something backstage. WWE's going to take care of AJ Styles for that fact that they don't want him to go to AEW. So I generally think that. I don't think it's about wrestling anymore. I think he generally wants to be with his kids. I mean, he has 4 or 5 kids now, all named AJ.
All named AJ.
No, they I don't know if you know that, but they are. They're all named AJ. In
That's
one way or another.
In
one way. That's why he has the AJs on the side of his tattoos with the dates.
Yeah.
So I think at some point it's like, I've been listening to a lot of CBCs and stuff. A lot of these people are saying it like they just want to, at what point do you hang them up and let the new generation come in so you can spend time with your family and you come in once every 3 months and show somebody something? I think AJ is one of those guys. I think AJ has an eye for talent. I think he's phenomenal. And I think if you have him as an ambassador, you send him to Japan, he knows what he's looking for.
You don't think
that schedule you just said sounds like an AEW schedule, though?
That's what I'm saying.
I know you're saying TNA, but right now, dude, TNA is balls to the walls, bro. To be working at TNA right now, it's probably hectic because you're trying to push this television programming right now to the skyrocket.
Which is why you need AJ Styles.
If he goes to
TNA,
but
you need him to be on TV. You don't need him to be behind the stage. You don't need him to be backstage.
Champion. They would put it on AJ's shoulders. You know what I mean?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't take a backstage role if he's going to TNA. They're going to put that man on television. They're going to use the crap out of him.
Every segment, AJ Styles. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like when Curtis. It's gonna be like when Curtis Hangover had all the straps. It's gonna be AJ Styles. It's gonna be AJ Styles for real. Shit, man. I really do hope that. Listen, this is my hopeful thinking. What you're thinking? I want AJ Styles to go to AEW at least for 6 months. Give us 6 matches. You know what I mean? Give us your last time ever with your good friends. Give us Joe. You give us Kenny. Then give him against the new generation. I want to see AJ Styles and Kyle Fletcher. A barnyard. You know what I mean? I want to see AJ Styles versus Okada. MJF.
That's something I want to see. You know what I mean? If AJ Styles was to go to AEW and it was like, I want to have one match at AEW and retire, like just one last wrestling match here too, and I want it to be Okada because he retired my best friend in New Japan Pro Wrestling, a guy who also showed me the ropes. That's a poetic match right there too, and I'll be okay with that. Even if it was a one-off against Okada.
I'm okay with whatever Okada does. I want to see the Bullet Club formation one last time, escorting AJ Styles out the ring at AEW after his last match. He doesn't even need to win. I just want to see AJ Styles unhinged, unleashed in AEW, just having a grand old time.
I'm just saying, if you have original Bullet Club, AJ Styles and the Good Brothers pull up on Bullet Club Gold, hey, but once a member, always a member.
If he goes, your Bullet Club for life. That was my favorite thing to be in the league. But I mean, if he wants to go to AEW, the big money match, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, would be to run the hits, and the hit is Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. You run the hit
one last time. It'll be dope if they each other. It'll be dope if they're each other's last match. They retire together. You know what I mean?
That'd be awesome.
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna lie.
Joe got a lot in the tank, though. I ain't take nothing away from Joe. Joe still got it.
It would be pretty cool if AJ Styles looked John Moxley in the face and said, "I wrestled the other two in your group, and they might be way better than you are."
Jesus Christ! You got Booger like a Mark. Welcome, brother. He said, "Thank you. Listen, I do it for you guys." Channel said what I've been preaching about Gunther. How was he a career killer for just beating guys in the last match? Whose career did he go? Listen, whole bunch of semantics. Commentators just got to commentate, but yeah, man, he didn't end nothing. Maybe
not a career ender. Maybe not a career ender, but like he is the guy. Like if I'm gonna be forced into retirement, it's this guy who's gonna force me into retirement. He's just gonna beat my ass.
You think Goldberg looked at Gunther? He was like, "I want that guy." Definitely not. He definitely did not look at Gunther like, "I want him." He was looking at
Goldberg. Said, "Do you think that guy can chop?" Okay.
You know who Goldberg wanted? Goldberg wanted Kit Wilson in his last match to spear Jack Harrow and go away. Goldberg
just wanted to win, damn it.
Yeah.
Just wanted to win.
He wanted to hit the hits. He wanted to go walk in, spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3, and parade around the ring for half an hour. I swear to God.
But all serious, know what he really wanted? 5 minutes to cut a promo at the end. So he really wanted.
Oh, also, the rumors of Stone Cold coming back. It could be Stone Cold Gunther.
Oh God!
Stone Cold needs to sit his ass down, drink his beer, and give me a hell yeah.
To retire him. Yo, could you imagine the closing scene of Raw Monday is just Gunther putting Stone Cold Steve Austin to sleep? Like, why'd you come back for this?
Could you imagine Gunther comes out? It's like, all right, I retired. AJ Styles, who's next? And then you just hear the glass break.
I'm not gonna hold you. I would pop, right? I would pop out of my mind, and then I'd be like, oh, "Fuck." Like,
look, one thing though, I'll say a couple years ago, Kevin Owens made him look good. We can all admit that.
Yeah, but that's Kevin.
Leave
Owens.
on that note.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Don't do it to my mans. You know what I mean. All right, let's get a quick ad break right here, and then we'll be back in a bit.
Dive into a world where every pinfall, every suplex, and every promo is celebrated in fashion. From the legendary 3-count trivia to the iconic bad guy wrestling, we've got the latest gear to elevate your wrestling wardrobe. Show off your passion for the squared circle. It's not just clothing, it's a lifestyle. Come shop with us and unleash your inner champion at foursidesofthering.com. That's foursidesofthering.com.
And once again, thank you to my boy T Face for making that. Ooh, the comments is literally right in your face. My fault, brother.
Oh, you good.
So I didn't think it was gonna be right there, you know what I mean? But yeah, once again, shout out to our boy T Face for making that. We do have another intro in the works. He literally hit me up mad randomly with some bars, talk about, yo, does this work?
He's making our heel intro music.
Oh yeah, bro. It's dark as hell.
We might have hey, they don't know, Chana, but we're about to swap up Four Sides of the Ring, and it's about to get real fun over here. We're about to do real big things.
Yo, next thing you know, he's gonna tell us we're doing a cross country tour in people's backyards.
Hey, y'all better. Hey, I'm about to let y'all off the leash. I'm about to let y'all let y'all go on in. You don't know what happened.
Where are we going? I got work. I got
this is work, Chana. This is work. This is what we do now.
Yeah, like, sorry, bossy, I can't work hours this week because one of my co-hosts, he's sending me cross country to do God knows what. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're gonna go try to get interviews at 4:30 a.m. at airports, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, I would hate my life more than they hate their lives.
My job was like, can you come in tonight? And I was like, nah, I gotta do my podcast. I was like, but I'll see y'all Friday.
This is mad funny. My boss be kind of my ass all the time. He's like, you're gonna quit your job for your podcast? I was like, shit, maybe one day.
He's gonna be mad. All our bosses gonna be mad sad when we do.
If we don't do it, who will, gentlemen? Let's talk about Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson, solo now because oh boy, his tag team partner cracked his neck. So many blessings. But Kit Wilson has gotten a rebrand as a single star. And he has his first feud with Matt Cardona, who has recently re-signed to the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, is this more for Kit or is this to establish Matt Cardona as a credible star in WWE?
I think both. I think WWE is doing something we're seeing out of AEW, and it might be something that they've done in the past too. I'm pretty sure they have, but not saying Cardona is new because obviously Cardona is not new to any of us, as we know him as Zack Ryder. But if you are new to wrestling and you are watching and you didn't keep up with him, then you know Matt Cardona, he's new. So you're taking these two guys and putting them together as a tag team to see if it will work, to see if they can get the crowd moving, such as people like Jet Speed and all those other makeshift tag teams that happen at AEW just to get their careers on the line, getting them ready to go and get the ball rolling. So I think it's a perfect way to get both of them credibility. But also, I think it's a great way for Matt Cardona and WWE to see if it's still there and if he can do the things he said he was doing back in the Indies. Good thing. I hope great things for Kip, though.
I mean, if there was ever an opportunity to make a name for yourself to do anything, it's this. And it's unfortunate because he said it himself. Him and his tag team partner, they were together for the past couple years. And I'm pretty sure it's super bizarre going wrestling with your tag team partner every day for years on end, making it together, finally getting your big break on the main roster, doing all these things to try to get over, feeding ideas off each other, to suddenly being by yourself, and now you have to figure out what works for you. But luckily for Kit, honestly, if Kit just turns into Dolph Ziggler, just being a super seller and just being in great spots, that's great.
It's a great position.
I mean?
It's a great position.
It's
He
a
has
great position.
He has a very early, not skill wise, but not saying that he's bad, but as far as look and appearance, he has a very early like Shawn Michaels flamboyancy.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
And I like Kit. I liked him when he was, pretty deadly and everything. You don't know how long your partner's going to be out if he comes back at all, which we all hope he does. But it's one of those things where it's also not there's nothing to lose. They know you're a tag team guy. They're giving you an opportunity, even if it's losing, because we always say you don't have to win to go over. But even if it's losing or winning, can you carry yourself? And if you can't, then you're on the bench until your contract either expires or your partner comes back. And it is what it is. They know where to label you. So in a sense, having Kit be that person for Cardona, which it's like the first match he won on WWE TV in they said 5 years or 6 years or however long it's
Something
been.
like that.
Whatever. Since his last Mania match or something like that, apparently. But it's good for him. Welcome back. Glad he could travel with his wife, do everything, live his dream. But Kit losing is one of those things where oh yeah, he beat Kit Wilson. So what? It doesn't hurt him, but we all can leave being but Kit looked good, right? You know what I mean? So there's no losing in this situation for him.
He's getting older too.
He is, and I wish they would have gave him the shot. I wish everybody would get, if you're in a tag team and your partner gets brutally injured and is going to be out for some time. I wish all the single wrestlers who are going to become a single wrestler gets a shot the way Kyle Fletcher has a shot, and prove yourself and say I can do this and I'm really good, and watch me become good, and just cheer me on. You know what I mean? Because if Mark Davis would have never gotten hurt, you know what I mean? Those two would still be a tag team. We would have never known Kyle Fletcher was this freaking proto.
Yes, but also on the flip side, Kyle, not everybody has a Will Ospreay in your corner willing to make you look good on TV.
I mean, yes, but when he's not wrestling Will Ospreay, he's still great.
No. But what I'm saying is yes, Kyle Fletcher is amazing, and I would never take that. I would never take that away from him. That man is truly maybe a top 6-10 in the world right now. He is phenomenal, and I generally mean that.
He is the future. Yeah, 100%.
1,000%. He has multiple world championships in his future. He is the guy, undoubtedly. But his first feud outside of being a tag team was with undoubtedly the best wrestler in the world. Now he's hurt, but you know what I mean? Yeah. So of course you guys get some things to make you look good and make you pop and make you stand out. Obviously, Kyle made the best out of the situation and made himself to who he is today. But you know what I mean? Who is that for Kit Wilson? You know what I mean?
So good. Like Kyle Tran pretty much remade himself because it was so good that there wasn't even a thought about putting him back in the tag team. Like they was oh yeah, that's done. Like,
his tag team partner is in the Don Callis family, and when Don Callis said we need a tag team for Don Callis family, they didn't even entertain the idea that they had Ozzy open. Right, they were like Mark Davis, Jake Doyle, Kyle. You sit down. You don't know Mark Davis. Sit down. What the hell is an Ozzy open?
Like they were like, no, we can't put you back in a tag team. You know what I mean? So I wish if that was to happen. Let your guys try. They tried it with Jey Uso. You know what I mean? It worked a little bit.
No,
what do you mean?
They should have gave Jimmy the solo run. They should have gave Jimmy the solo
What do you mean? My man's won the Royal Rumble, won the World Heavyweight Championship. That is a success.
It's a failed experiment.
It is a failed. You're just
a failed experiment. He's a tag team guy. And you know what? I'm going to say this with all respect. He's one of the best tag team guys to ever do it. But not every tag team guy can be a solo star.
You're right.
Tell that to his merch sales.
But it's like they ever said, you don't know if this guy he has these images and stuff like Shawn Michaels, so you don't know if he has that potential. You know, I feel like if you just experiment and try it, it's not going to hurt your mid card division for that man to be somewhere in the United States Championship. You know, so why not try it?
Talking about missing tag teams. Where are the Street Profits?
I don't know.
That's generally a good question.
I don't
That's
know.
not even a conversation. That's not even like a ironic question, though. That's me being genuine. Where are they?
See, look,
Yeah,
Bianca's
maybe-
off. Bianca's off TV. They lost their tag team partner. But
Where are you? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I think I don't know. I think Ted is Ted still doing music?
I don't follow his music career.
I don't know what Dawkins does on the side.
I heard 2 bars and I was like, not Dawkins was commenting on the college football playoffs, and he
was out there. He didn't mention coming back to wrestling.
No,
AEW? No, I'm just joking. Let's not
Imagine.
here.
Well, they're supposedly they're gonna get private parties. So
You know what? You know what? You can have private party. I'll definitely take the Street Profits all day long.
Listen, they're gonna change from private party to secret function. They're gonna join. They're gonna be a mega faction. The Street Profits and the secret function.
private party. They're gonna have a private party on the Street Profits. That's what it is, man.
No, they're gonna have a private party on the street while they profit.
There it is.
Yeah, think about it. You got to think about it. If they're a private party, you know what they need? Cups. You know who has cups? Street Profits.
Street Profits.
This works.
Makes sense. Don't let Triple H hear you.
It's gonna be on Unreal season 3. He's like, yo, I had a beautiful idea.
It's gonna be him looking at his phone. He's like, you heard of these guys for Sides of the Ring? 21 views. Come on now. Who's gonna know I stole it from them?
Me, goddammit. It'll be me clipping every single thing, like they taking my things.
It would be like this though. It'd be like Road Dogg just sitting there, close his phone. Yeah, but what if we took the Street Profit and say it word for word? How Chano just said it? No, I just thought of this. I just thought of putting his phone down. Just thought of it. I promise.
I mean, it was me spazzing on social media for weeks on end. 1,000%. It was just me. I just unhinged. But yeah, man, it sucks when a couple of your favorite wrestlers are just not on the market. Not even on the market, just not on TV, not doing anything. At least give us a heads up. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing this. Like
Big Show was still wrestling.
Like, you know what I mean? This is the Big Show. That's crazy.
Yeah, Big Show. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
That's nuts.
Big Show needs one AEW match a year.
Listen, I told you guys when he was in that match, I'm like, his knee's not gonna hold. And you called me crazy. I told you it wasn't gonna hold.
Y'all think Powerhouse Hobbs is WWE bound? Did y'all see that?
Oh, he can't even pick up Big Show, bro. I don't want to hear about Powerhouse.
I told you my man was gonna struggle, and he told me, nah, he's strong as hell. I was like, okay, buddy.
Oh,
I seen that man's knee.
I think he's NXT bound. They need somebody back in NXT. They keep calling up everybody. So.
Yo, I feel like Shawn Michaels and Triple H gets a weird hard on sending AEW stars to NXT.
Well, you could see it. Like Ricky Saints is gonna battle lose, and then his old tag team partner gets him the win.
What's his name gonna be?
I think they showed it.
Will Hobbs? Wasn't that like his first name when he came in?
Nah, they just trademarked something. It could be for somebody else completely. You know what I mean? But they just trademarked something recently. Ryback is insane. Ryback dash black. Or Ryback.
Ryback.
Oh man!
Coming to the ring, Ryback.
CM Punk's gonna have straight PTSD, bro. It's over for CM Punk.
Did you see the CM Punk thing and the Seth Rollins thing when they talk about wrestling Ryback has taken years off my career?
No, I have not seen that.
Then I'm like, damn, maybe he was that bad.
No, he was that bad. He likes to pretend like he wasn't that bad, but he was that bad.
You know what it is? When you're that big and strong, you don't know your own strength. Like, I guess you just really be fucking people up, and like nobody can really tell you anything. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't want to hear that. Brock Lesnar literally can beat people's asses, and he knows how to control his shit.
You know why? Sometimes. Because he's a former NCAA champion. It doesn't matter.
The man's a freak of nature.
Bro,
all respect to Brock. Brock's a one of a kind.
Listen, Brock Lesnar could be any type of animal or predator in this goddamn world. I guarantee nobody's saying it to Brock Lesnar's face. You know what I mean? Brock Lesnar will put you in a cobra clutch in the middle of the street. He'd be crying. He'd be crying for your mother. I swear to God.
Bro, you don't even have to put me in a cobra clutch, bro. He just got to stand over me and do his little laugh. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
I'm so sorry.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Enough about we'll get back to some WWE shenanigans in a little bit. Nitram, you wanted to talk about the debut of TNA on TV.
Yes, they're on AMC. I watched the debut episode from work. I watched the whole thing uninterrupted. Channel called me out because I was watching it. So obviously TNA's in a weird spot. They just got this big TV deal, which is congrats to them. The ratings just came out. The ratings are not that great. And it's not good if your debut episode is not high up, but they were in the 174s. And we don't care about ratings, but I think that matters in this situation on your debut. It was sloppy. A lot of it was sloppy. But the big problem I think the TNA is going to have right now is they're losing so much talent. And it kind of showed on this show. The Iconics are gone. They lost the titles on the debut. You opened the show with AJ Styles, but you did nothing with them. Your title match main event was sloppy and boring. There's things that they have to work on that they should have had already established, I think, before they went live. If that makes sense. Like, yes, there's going to be things that you're going to have issues with in the future, but there's a lot they got to fix. I have it recording on my Spectrum TV, so when we're done, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give TNA a good, solid 2 months, because when we used to hate on NXT, it was our friend Mouthing Off with Mike who told me, just give it a solid 2 months, and maybe you'll end up enjoying it, and he was right. And I've been watching NXT ever since, so I'm going to give them a solid 2 months of watching it, but they got a lot to fix. But another major program, a major channel. Mike Santana's champion. We still got Nick Nemeth there. There's a lot going on. I don't know if y'all watched it or seen clips. It was really sloppy. Like, it shouldn't have been televised.
No, I agree with you. I watched it. At first, I was like, okay, AJ Styles starting off the show, but then I'm like, okay, nobody came out to say anything. He spoke his words, he made his piece, and it is what it is. But I feel like something like that, then you should just let him close the show out, and just let him say goodbye before the main event or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really weird. You had debuts, right? Ms. Black, no pop, because nobody knew her music,
bro. Obviously, how you get Duff Rebel out of WWE? You know what I mean? Miserable.
Sonya Deville's coming for Santino's job, but she also got no pop.
She also got no pop, and you know what? I like Sonya, but she's kind of a corny GM. Like, she doesn't play a good GM mode. Like, I don't know. She just doesn't have it.
When she did the debut and she was like, I got somebody, I really thought it was going to be Mandy Sachs. So I kind of got excited.
She might be halfway back, because her and so for all my people who don't really be on the internet, so Lena Black obviously has an OnlyFans. I don't want to say obviously, that's kind of foul, but she has an OnlyFans, and she wrestled Mandy Sachs on it. They had a really shitty cage match. And
How much was that match, Chano?
I don't know. Somebody just clipped it for Twitter.
You said it like you had the link. I was wondering why you've been sharing. I want to watch this cage match. I like indie wrestling.
If you want to call it indie wrestling, you know what I mean? you know what I mean? Brother, I saw a 15-second clip on Twitter, and I was like, brother, this sucks.
And in 15 seconds, you just knew the match was ass?
Yeah, bro. It was just terrible. It was just terrible angle. It's very clearly, it was very clearly a fan service match, which is just
right.
Whatever, I guess. You know what I mean?
Right.
But obviously, I was never a big fan of Cora Jade's work in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I started watching wrestling, Mandy Sachs already quit NXT.
you know what good. I mean? I promise you, Mandy Rose was good.
I believe you, but she quit by the time I started, so I have nothing to base her thing off except this match is terrible. And you know what I mean? So I do expect Mandy Sachs to be back. I think she still cares about professional wrestling. I don't think TNA can offer her the money she wants
Not
But I
at
feel
all.
like if she wants to come back to wrestling, if she can come back to wrestling, right? Go to TNA, boost TNA's ratings, right? By the way, I think 174 for a third rate promotion, or for the third best promotion on the US soil. I don't think that's bad, brother. Could it be better? Yes. But considering that AEW's in the 3-4s, you know what I mean? To be half of what AEW's doing, that's not terrible. You could be doing worse.
Well,
If it
I
was
think
1,500 people, I'd be like, ooh, that's
I think
terrible.
the only reason why I brought it up this time was because usually a debut is really big. AEW's debut is in the millions, and then we saw it increasingly drop down to about 500,000, and as it goes on, it's been, like you said, averaging about 300 now. So if your debut is at 170, who knows what this week, especially after a horrendous first start of the show, like if this was your introduction to TNA, it was a really bad start.
That's
I
true.
mean, listen, that is extremely fair. But at the same time, they don't really have anybody to pop them and bring them over. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, TNA is still the third best promotion in US oil, but you can really consider them the closer to an indie show because you have a whole bunch of unnamed, unknown people. Yeah, you have a whole bunch of former WWE people that weren't really getting any love in the first place. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who is the best former WWE person on that roster? It's AJ Francis. You know what I mean? And I like AJ. AJ, he's dope.
It's probably AJ Francis right now. They lost a lot of people.
They
Is Rich
did
Swann
lose a
still
lot.
wrestling there?
Rich Swann is still there.
So he was in WWE. He was pretty
Yeah,
big in
but
WWE.
Yeah, but Rich Swann ain't getting no pop.
He didn't get no pop by that. It is AJ Francis as they top heel. You know what I mean? That's what it is. And AJ Francis is probably a mid card over there. But he'll probably evolve into the main title picture soon enough. But that's just what it is. If your biggest star on your show, who was the biggest star on the show of TNA? Leon
Right
Slater?
Now, they argue it's Mike Santana.
Listen, I love Mike.
It says not Mike Santana. Leon might be your biggest star.
Leon has to be a bigger star. Listen,
no. We're lying to ourselves. It's the Hardys.
Leon Slater and probably Dolph Ziggler.
It's the Hardys. It's the Hardys.
You are 1,000% right. I just I forgot about them because they're 50 years old.
Yeah, it's the Hardys. We're lying to ourselves.
They're 50 years old. No, but I'm not gonna hold you. There's only so many times you can tune into TNA to go to watch. You know what? I want to watch the Hardys wrestle, and then when you see them wrestle, like, wow, they're washed.
If you're in a room, and someone's like, "Oh, what are you watching?" and you're like, "I'm watching TNA. The Hardys are wrestling in the main event." Somebody's gonna be like, "They're still wrestling."
Oh, 1,000%. Like, I loved them when I was a kid. 20
years
ago.
Yo, true story. The first time me and Marcus met Speedball, right, at WrestleCade, I was a little unfiltered when talking to him. And I was like, you should be the main event because he was wrestling Andrade. And I was like, y'all should be the main event. And he's like, no, the Hardys are the main event. And I was like, why the hell are the Hardys the main event? And Marcus just looked at me and Speedball was like, what are you talking about? They're legends. And Marcus was like, yeah, bro, they're legends. Like, this is North Carolina. And I was just like, I realized I definitely just disrespected this man's like
Listen, don't get it twisted. I love the Hardys, but I think there's a time to let go, and they missed it 10 years ago. You know what I mean? It's crazy to say, but bro,
they need to send Gunther TNA so he can get the Hardys.
Nah, but like, Chad, are you gonna wait 4 hours to meet him?
To meet who?
The
Hardys.
I've met Matt.
No, but I'm saying, like, would you stand on a 4-hour line to meet Matt and Jeff Hardy?
No. So at New York Comic Con, Matt Hardy was there again this year, right? Or last year. And I was like, you know what? I don't mind meeting Matt again. And I was like, I had a really good experience the first time. He took time out. He told me a really good Eddie Guerrero story. I was like, I'll go show some love to Matt. You know what I mean? What's $50 for a signature or $80 for the combo? Mm-hmm. And then I seen that line. I was like, I love Matt Hardy, but I don't love Matt Hardy enough to wait half an hour on this line. You know what I mean? I just wasn't doing it. I refused.
Right,
you know
this dude looked at me and my brother's like, yeah, we've been standing online for 4 hours. My brother was like, to meet them? Didn't even think of it.
Well, but now, I don't mean to disrespect me, channel, but the Hardys are always in North Carolina. So they're at WrestleCade every year. They always have the biggest lines. And I'm just saying here, I'm like, did y'all not meet these men last year? Are y'all refreshing on signatures every year? Like,
You know, it's extremely funny. So there's a story. I think it's called the Universe, Wrestling Universe. It's over there in Queens. They always do meet and greets for wrestlers. And when I went to go meet Matt the first time, I was one of the first people online. Me and my mom, because my mom got really heavy, big into wrestling, so it kind of made my life easier. You know what I mean? So my mom made wrestling friends. I became cool with them because I'm my mom's son, obviously. And then we went to Universe and we met Matt Hardy, and that was cool. But then, like 5 years later, I seen Matt Hardy did a signing at the same spot, and there was like a line around the block. It was crazy. There was people with ladders, chairs, foldable tables, and I'm like, damn, did I get in at the right time to go meet Matt Hardy? Because this line is crazy. But listen, the Hardys are legends, and they deserve everything that they get. But I think to be a draw in TV, it's not the Hardys in their prime. So if you're going for a good wrestling match and you say, oh yeah, the Hardys are wrestling tonight, and you're like, that's odd, I'll check it out, then you're gonna be disappointed. So even though the Hardys are probably the biggest draw on TNA, they're past their prime.
I feel that.
And the biggest thing is, so obviously if you guys watch the show, I shit on older wrestlers, but I don't shit on older wrestlers because they're old. I shit on older wrestlers because I love them when I was growing up. I love watching them work, and the work rate's just not the same. And I'd really rather not ruin that image in my head of that memory of me enjoying the matches to me like, oh my God, this is just terrible. Like, what are we doing, brother? Like, and that's my biggest beef with Chris Jericho. You know what I mean? I think Chris Jericho is a top 10 wrestler of all time when it's all said and done. But my man looks god awful in that ring. And that's six.
We don't know what he's gonna look like when he comes back. We don't know what he's gonna look like when he comes back, bro.
And I hate the Judas effect. The Judas effect does not make sense to me as a finishing move for him because he's a 55-year-old man. You can see that elbow from a block and a half away.
Right, I'm telling you, you're gonna be so hyped when Michael Cole is like, Judas effect, Judas effect.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'll probably pop if they do the break the walls down.
He's not leaving AEW, y'all.
No, he's not leaving AEW. I know.
Everybody who's left AEW so far has already been removed. Chris Jericho's profile is still on the active roster. Powerhouse Hobbs, literally the hour within he got released, was removed from the page. Chris Jericho's still there. Chris Jericho is coming back to fight MJF.
That is terrible. But you know, whatever works for my boy. I just want to hear break the walls one last time.
You might, because what if MJF retires Chris Jericho?
I'm with it.
I'm with whatever getting my man's off TV look like. Listen, I'm not a hater. It's just like I grew up watching Chris Jericho and he's done. You know what I mean? I can see
MJF being like, okay, buddy, old pal Jericho,
Dog.
You want the AEW World Championship? Me and you wrestle at All In. But if I beat you, you can go back to your buddy CM Punk over there at the other company.
That's not an all-in main event match. That's a very depressing match. That's very depressing for your audience.
I'm sorry. At Rampage.
That is very depressing.
On Collision. I'm sorry. On the main event on Collision.
Yeah. That's even better. Listen, you can even give him a pay-per-view. Just make sure it's not all in.
60-minute Iron Man match.
Yes, matter of fact, make it 180 minutes. Make it a 2 hours.
I was gonna say with overtime.
I want him to be tied at 5. I want him to be tied at 5-5, and then go another additional 45 minutes for the last.
Chama's gonna pop when Excalibur says, and just for a reminder, the first 30 minutes are commercial free.
I want the whole entire Collision to be Chris Jericho versus MJF in an Iron Man match. That's what I want.
TNA did that one time. I know it's before your time or when you got back into wrestling, but there was a time when TNA had 5 cards on the thing, but it started with an Iron Man match. It just, as it kept going, the announcers would be like, well, we're going to have to cancel this match until next week's show because this match is still going. And it pretty much took the entire TNA. So as it kept going, they just kept delaying the matches to next week. And people were like, it's one of the coolest things, but I still remember that. Like, it was just like, what the heck is going on?
Imagine going like, oh, I can't wait for this main event, and then it never came on.
And they're still on the starter match.
Yeah, that's the whole reason you bought the pay-per-view.
Right? You got the merch since I was there. The match never came on, bro. I'd be so pissed off.
Is it two wrestlers you don't fuck with at all?
Right. It was your one margarita match.
He went
at the beginning of the show.
You know what? He was like, you know what? Cool. All right, they're gonna have this. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go get some merch. I'm gonna go see my boys across the thing. I'll be right back in half an hour. This match should be over. You come back refreshed. You sit there like, yo, they still going. Yo, they're in overtime.
The whole time.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Everybody else in that card heated.
100%. The ride back home, I'm heated. I'm talking hella shit about the whole pay-per-view. That shit was ass. The match was ass.
No, I'm not talking about the fans. I'm talking about the workers who was on the card.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, they're not heated because it was a work the whole time. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I just really thought they went overtime.
It was TNA's idea the entire time. They just worked the entire crowd. That's what I'm saying. You go there, be like, yo, it's AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the TNA World Championship at the main event. I gotta be there. You pay $200. Let's say back then, what, $208 ringside ticket, and you watch this ass Iron Man match the whole 4 hours you're there. Oh, nah, bro, we got a problem. You're livid, yeah. You're 100%.
I would never.
To make it worse, bro, you go to the bathroom and that's when the match ends.
No wonder why the company went bankrupt back then, bro. You doing shit like that? Come on now.
I would have been livid. I would have never.
Probably laughing. This was like, what idiots? These guys are. What are they doing?
Yo, you begged your mom all week to buy this one ticket. They paid
buy you a fucking ticket for your birthday, bro. Thinking you better go watch two of your favorite wrestlers in a fucking Hall of Fame ass match, just to be telling your friends like, "Oh, yeah, I went to a pay-per-view and it was one match." And then everyone's, all wrestling fans are gonna be like, "You went to that stupid ass pay-per-view?"
Yeah, I had a terrible time.
It was gonna be one match.
You know what's mad funny? You go in the ring for 2.5 hours. Oh, we're fucking killing it, dog. Yeah, the people are feeling it. And then you look up in the crowd, niggas is gone.
Not me after I paid for our ringside ticket. I'm in the match. What you mean? What you mean, bro? At this point, what the hell? We 3 hours in.
I would be absolutely heated. That is a terrible night. Imagine like you finally convince your wife for the first time to go to a wrestling match with you. Like, yeah, I'm gonna show you this is a great card.
This is gonna be awesome. Kurt Angle's on the card, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. Babe, I'm telling you right now, you better see me geek out. And then she sees you geek out, but for the wrong reasons, bro. Because you got motherfucking Frankie Kazarian versus fucking PCO for 2.5 hours.
Yo, imagine the main event was like Kurt Angle versus the Martian. The fate of the universe is on the line on this match.
You know,
real life stakes is pushed to Wednesday.
What was that one wrestler? Was it Suicide? He was dope. You'd be like, yeah, we're gonna see Suicide. Like you'd have been like all these dope ass TNA wrestlers to go there, and the first match is like, oh yeah, only the first match is gonna suck. It's PCO versus Frankie Kazarian in an Iron Man match. It should take 30 minutes. Nah, here it is, the whole damn card.
Yo, honestly,
quadruple overtime.
Yo, I want AEW to do that one day. Like if they ever die, you know what I mean, and they have to do the last episode, give us PCO and Chris Jericho for 2 hours.
Man, whoever those wrestlers were just went into business for themselves.
Just go absolutely bananas.
It's like, could you imagine you're working for WCW and it's just like you think you're about to win the World Heavyweight Championship and then Vince Russo walks in and says, nah, bro, I'm winning it. Me. Your boss.
You know what's mad funny? You know what? Give me PCO versus Goldberg. No prep time. No prep time. All my mans were busted knees, no ice packs, nada. Netram, you got anything else on TNA before we continue to slander this company?
I was trying to see who their biggest stars was, and I literally typed in TNA's biggest stars, and the Hardys were the first thing that came up.
Yeah,
and then it's Leon Slater, and then Stax, who's an NXT superstar.
Listen, man.
And then it's Mike Santana. They got Stax over Mike Santana.
Yeah, they don't have Trick. Well, I guess Trick's on SmackDown now, so. Or is he on Raw? He's on Raw.
Trick's killing it, bro.
You hear that? Honestly, I never thought I'd hear the day.
He's been, bro, you missing. He's been gushing over Trick Williams. But let's go to our second break real quick. We'll be back in a bit.
What's up, my fellow bad guys? Just when you thought we were down bad, Brandy's here to pick us right back up. Thanks to our partnership with SeatGeek, we got good seats and great prices. New users can score a fantastic $20 off their final ticket purchase by using the exclusive promo code 4SIDESOTR at checkout for any event. That's 4SIDESOTR. Tell them the bad guy sent you.
And like always, you can tell anybody the bad guy sent you for whatever reason. It doesn't matter, and it probably won't work. But show me what they say. You know what I mean? You get a cop, like, yo, you know what you're doing? The bad guy sent me. And listen, I'm not responsible for you to be.
Never yet. is not responsible.
I am not responsible.
Now, if you go to Zombie King shows and you say the bad guy sent me, he might hook you with some merch.
Maybe some merch. Maybe he'll put you through a table.
Or he might look at you and be like, yeah, that motherfucker owes me $50.
Hey, listen. I've been trying to get Ant to put me through a table for about close to like a year and a half now. It's just not happening. I picked up my Rey Mysterio slander. I've been trying. Just have Ant put me through a table. This one when we do our next intro, that could be on the intro. You know what I mean?
You're gonna have to do it at the wedding, bro.
In a suit, in front of my wife and kid. That's crazy.
At the first dance, I'm sorry, but I had the best first dance of all time.
Fucking Anderson's with a standing Spanish fly through a table. Impressive, by the way.
There it is. There it is. And then you can just sit there all night. Yes.
You gotta be part of his vows. He'll be like, I swear to you, as long as Chano can snap this table, the table better break though. Because it don't break. we look at bad.
You know how like people step on glass, or you jump over the broom. It could be like, all right, to seal this marriage, Zombie King is now going to put Chana through a table. And then you'll be the reason why their marriage is sealed forever.
You know, it'd be great though. I'm still kicking at a 3.1. You know what I mean? The moment the ref hits 3, I'm throwing the shoulder up. just a tad bit too late. Couldn't get my timing down. Rookie mistakes. All right, let's get into some AE dubs. Nitram, talk to the people about your people.
AEW is doing something that I think WWE is scared to do, and that's take a chance on new main event scene. MJF is champion. He just had a freaking fantastic match with Bandito, starting off the year hot. But who's in the scene now? Marcus's boy, Brody. Got Brody King. That match is gonna be great. I think it's fresh. They had a lot of injuries, as we noted. Will Ospreay's injured. Swerve is coming back soon, or is back.
He is back.
I don't think he's wrestled yet. He definitely came back for a promo. Kenny's on his last run.
Yeah, he wrestled. He's on the main event last night. Was it night? Him and Kevin Knight. Banger of a match.
I was at work. I didn't watch it yet.
And he won.
Well,
my man didn't even watch AEW. Marcus, what's going on with AEW?
No. Yeah, Swerve. No, Swerve.
Only watched so much.
No, Swerve is back. Yeah, he was working last night. No, Swerve is back there. He had a banger of a match with Kevin Knight. No, but I agree with you. I don't think MJF is new to being in the main event scene, but I do like the new challenges, the new faces that they're throwing, saying, hey, look, this guy is going to be there. So I think Bandito one day will definitely hold AEW gold. I do think they need to go put him back on ROH. You know, you are the world champion. You got to show your face there. What are they doing at ROH? You know, if you're on AEW all the time. So happy Brody's in the main event picture as well. I'm still waiting on his tag team partner to come back. FTR and Stokely. This is the best FTR has been in a hot minute.
You know why?
In a hot minute.
You know why?
Because of Stoke, 100%. It's 100% because of Stokely.
100%. Stoke is the GOAT manager, bro. Nobody can tell me otherwise.
And I'm not saying wrestling wise, because obviously FTR wrestling wise, they're obviously those guys are fantastic. But like, just what their creative is around right now, it's like these guys they're killing it right now. The Don Callis family.
Hey, gonna get a new member.
Hey, get a new member. When Don's on the comms and he's up there with the commentator, my dude's money on the mic, bro. He like knows what to say. I'm not really hyped about the John Moxley thing that's about to start going down. Like I'm kind of over the Death Riders now. So I've
But
been over the Death Riders.
they seem to get a lot of love as baby faces. I think they're going to work better as baby faces than they did heels.
Really weird though, because it's like
We
Claudio's
just
a
saw
very
this man
scary
use a fork
man.
to kill people,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
and now all of a sudden they're just eating spaghetti with that same fork.
Listen,
Went to Disney World one time. You know what I mean? It's just like,
bro, don't you love professional wrestling? The Death Riders were criminals. They were committing attempted murder on all of their opponents, and now they are beloved Disney characters.
right? It makes me feel like Daniel Bryan's coming back.
My
Like,
only
I could join you guys now.
My only note about that, because I did watch up to this point, was Marina Shafir, obviously with the Death Riders, they got the
She's a
pop as
star.
baby faces. And then she came out with the Penelope Ford and Megan Bain, who are still clearly heels. And it kind of just throws it in this complex where I think maybe you should
Because
have dropped
the
that.
only baby face is John Moxley. Claudio is still a badass, bro. He ain't fucking with that shit. He's not there. You know what I mean?
Daniel
Like
Garcia, bro.
Daniel Garcia is confused, and so is Wheeler Yuta. They don't know what to believe in right now.
Wheeler
They just want
Yuta
to be a
has
part of something.
Wheeler Yuta has Stockholm syndrome. He doesn't know when to leave.
That's what
He's
I'm
been
saying.
almost killed so many times that
Like-
he knows these guys won't kill him, so he's afraid to leave.
The only one that's a baby face, the only one that's like transitioning and changing is John Moxley. All around them, they're not. So it's a little weird when you see the rest of them with Moxley, but you don't see them around Claudio as much, even though Claudio is CMLL World Champion. Who is also going to defend? He is CMLL World Heavyweight Champion. He's defending it on Saturday on Collision. This is not an AEW promotion. It's just but like, I'm just saying, Death Rider is a little weird right now. I do like what the Don Callis family is doing. I talked about it earlier. I wish Jake something would have kept his name. The Doyle name is just like, it's a funny name.
Does TNA own something? Is that like what it is? Like, do they own
they
Jake
can't own
something? The
nothing.
name? He should have been Jake Nothing. Oh, bro, that would have been hilarious.
Jake Nothing would have been pretty cool.
But
shout out to Jordan Oliver, Alec Pierce. You know what I mean? Those are guys. If you go back and listen to us in our first show, you know what I mean? We were shouting out a lot of indie wrestlers at the time. And I will say there are two wrestlers that we were very big on. One was Alec. We were very big on him, Ram and I, and Maya World. And now they're both AEW wrestlers, right? Jordan Oliver. I believe Maya was signed. Was she not signed?
No, Maya, Alec. No.
Yeah.
Alec.
Yeah, he debuted last night.
MJF announced it at when he beat him at the indie show that him and Jordan Oliver were both signed.
We're both signed.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that the guy who gave us a hard time trying to get that interview that we booked and didn't book?
But you know what? No, he didn't give us a hard time. We really tried. He was super busy, right? And obviously it all paid off. He's doing his thing. So shout out
he
to
gave
Alex.
me a fake number.
Shout out.
He gave me a fake number, but
this gets to 50 views. We're exposed to email chain. Nah, let me stop.
Shouts out to Alec and Jordan Oliver really for making out there. Also shout out to my word. I'm just saying you go back and listen to us, man. There was a time where we talked a lot about indie wrestling. Not saying that we don't anymore or anything like that, but we do shout out the guys and girls when they're doing their thing, and we make sure that people go and check them out. So shouts out definitely to them. AEW, I think, has been killing it. They're not on a high, but they're on a great steady pace. Everything is making sense. MJF, him being world champion is great. I like that the title did change hands quickly, and I like the fact. The one thing I thought was a little weird is Hangman lost the title, and then all of a sudden now he's Trios world champion. That was a little weird with the jet speed thing, but
that's just because powerhouse left.
No, yeah, no, I know. I say it makes sense. It is what it is, but you probably could have done something else with it. You know what I mean? If you really wanted to, you should have given the trios titles to the Don Callis family. You know what I mean? Andrade is there. You could throw it on them and just said fuck it.
Andrade. Who else is in there? Hechicero.
Mm-hmm.
And
Evil Hologram. And Evil Hologram.
Bam.
That'd have been your trio right there. El Clone. Yeah. You know what I mean? You made them your trios champion. I like Chris Statlander. She's been killing it.
Superstar.
Willow.
And now they're planting the seeds with Thekla, bro.
Thecla's so cool. She's so cool.
She's so good in her promos. She just everything about her is like, oh, that's a bad woman.
She's too cool for the other girls. She is, bro. I watch her cut these promos.
I'm not gonna say that.
And Sky Blue, and I like them, but she's too cool, man.
She's great. Cool I love the fact that Tony Storm. Not saying that she wasn't having fun when she was doing her World Championship run, but you can see like she's enjoying wrestling, doing this timeless love bomb. Like she's just having a great time, and she doesn't have to focus on carrying the singles division because Chris is doing a great job. Willow's doing an amazing job. Willow's great too. She's just a beautiful soul. So like I think AEW has just been on a steady, great pace. They've been doing really good things. Also, NXT has been doing really good things.
So shout out to Jackson Drake, by the way, who got called up.
So talking about NXT and AEW and everything else, Zeta Steel made her AEW debut by getting squashed by Marina Shafir. Do you think that was a one-off for Miss Steel, or do you see her being like a AEW Ring of Honor mainstay?
I think she's with Ring of Honor. So, because she's part of a faction, and all three of them got signed.
Do you think the issue? She was just in with Evolve, right? Or the ID program?
I think it was the ID program.
I think you're right. No, I think she left Evolve. She was on Evolve Network.
Do you think that was a wasted moment for WWE, letting her walk?
No.
I have a follow-up question. That's why I asked. Like, do you think they were at fault for letting her walk?
I think if they had nothing for her and she was probably getting frustrated or something, it was probably the best call. But
the reason why I asked that, because we obviously, you guys have seen the new generation of women in NXT. Lainey Reed, the Evolve Women's Champion, I forgot her name. She just wrestled
Kayla Gray?
Kayla Gray. Yes. You have two dogs, you know what I mean? We thought the women's division in NXT was gonna be up for the taking. Whoever takes it, takes it. You know what I mean? Some of the mainstay girls, and now you have these two new pit bulls on the roster running circles around everybody. Do you foresee? Now, how do I word this? Do you think being an NXT for women would be harder going forth? Only because seeing the level of talent that the PC has been producing. Because I think we can all agree that women's division at NXT supersedes the men on
100%.
Every single one. You know what I mean? It's arguably the best part about NXT, and it's not even like, oh yeah, they're women. No, they're great. They carry the show weekly. So the point, they carry the show so weekly on a week-to-week basis that when they go to the main roster and do anything, we're disappointed. Like, yo, these people are animals. What are we doing over here? So do you think it'll be harder for the current women on NXT and the women coming into NXT to make a name for themselves, knowing that they have these pit bulls in the corner, like on the prowl, just waiting to take somebody's spot?
Yeah, and the reason why I think that they're going to have a harder time, and it's like I said, it's not a talent issue because all these women are going to be extremely talented, but it's also the fact is, yeah, you could be talented, but can you surpass the woman that been waiting so long, the Lola Vices, the Jada Parkers, you know, the Fallon Henleys, the Tatum Paxleys, the Thea Hales. You know, these are women who we all know are talented, and now that they took the main people out, we naturally think, well, put them, time for them to step up. You know, me and Chano said that about 2 weeks ago, where I said it's time for Miss Parker to step up and get it, because if you're not going to do it with her now, when are you? So, you know, you get these women, and, you know, I don't watch Evolve unless I see clips of it. I don't watch it on Tubi or whatever it's on. I'm not even saying that disrespect. I generally think it's on Tubi.
It is.
Yeah, so I don't watch Tubi. I do watch the clips when I can. But for people that are getting stepped up from Evolve now to NXT, it's also like you have to pick up the pace because NXT was left in such a good place that if it starts to go down, we're not going to blame production. We're not going to blame storylines. We're going to blame, oh, well, you took the good people and now left us scraps.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're leaving Jada Parker to wrestle this WWE ID program. You know, so it's not Jada Parker's fault. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's harder for them because you have to shine and you have to be original. You know, but yeah, you know,
in
Kendall
Jada's
Gray was her
specific
name.
case, yeah, in Jada's specific case, she has Blake Monroe for this future program. So this is a very big opportunity for Miss Parker to show herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And prove that she deserves to be in the top of our roster while she's still in NXT. It's definitely one of those things. We're about to get into margarita matches, gentlemen. Any other thing we want to jump into before we do some margs?
No.
All right, so margarita time, gentlemen. We got this Saturday is Saturday night main event, 1 week before the Royal Rumble. As right now, we got 3 matches. Yeah, as of right now, we got 3 matches. We might get a 4th one added, probably sometime this week. Well, tomorrow.
By Friday.
Yeah, by Friday. You know what I mean? I keep forgetting today's Thursday. We have Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. So, yeah, Marcus, you missed the crowning of a new WWE champion, Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would say, well, I'm happy for Drew. Drew's an incredible talent. He deserves to be champion in front of the fans. However, I hate baby faces in a sense because if Cody would have just minded his business and just walked out the ring, you know what I mean? Like, I bet deuces, I ain't got to deal with you no more. He would have been fine. But no, He stuck his nose where it didn't belong. Fucking Jacob beat his ass and he lost the championship. So we have Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. Margarita match or no?
No. I think people you want to tune into this.
I think it's one of those matches that we've been waiting for a long time for. You know what I mean? Especially for Jacob, because this is a great opportunity for him to face somebody in the main event picture.
Mm-hmm.
So it's dope for him. Naran, what about you, my boy?
No, I think Jacob Fatu's always exciting to watch. I've never seen a Jacob Fatu match, whether it's WWE, Indies, or whatever it is, that I've never been there and said, "Well, that was boring." He's a fun guy. He's always exciting. He gives it his all. He loves the business. And then it's Cody Rhodes, who one steps in the ring is only one mode, and that's 100% all the time. So yeah, no. If there's any match that is worth watching, it probably just is this one.
Did you guys hear Europe boo Cody Rhodes? Do you think that's just a Europe thing, or you think he's gonna get some of that back when he hits stateside?
I think that's just a Europe thing.
I think he's just a new Cena. They're gonna boo him because we're supposed to love him.
I think that makes sense. There was rumors. Listen, I don't know how true this Twitter thing be sometimes, but take it with a grain of salt. They said Cody said merch sales is down. That's interesting. We have a fatal 4-way to determine who's going to be facing the new WWE Undisputed Champion at the Royal Rumble. We have Randy Orton, Trick Willie, Damian Priest, and Sami Zayn. First of all, I do want to say, Trick Williams, thank you, brother, for coming out in that white jacket, because I will be using that in WWE 2K26 for my creative character. You know what I mean? I'm tired of customizing my jackets. Thank you for the fur, brother. I do appreciate you. What do we got going on over here? Margarita match, and your prediction on who takes it?
It's not a margarita match. Give me Sami Zayn.
Makes sense, Saudi.
I agree. It's not a margarita match. I think Trick will get real close. They'll do a false finish with Trick and Sami Zayn.
Do you think, does it concern you that Trick Willie beat Matt Cardona to go into this match?
No.
Trick Williams is a bigger star.
Do you think it hurts Matt Cardona?
No.
He's the future.
Yeah,
no, I don't think anything really hurts Matt Cardona. He's one of those guys that, like, we're just happy to see back. So if he's losing, it's whatever. He was losing when he was there.
Hey, look at my guy. Look at my guy, June Bug. Marcus is handling.
He just came in to be like, y'all tripping. Obviously, Trick Williams win this match. And Marcus is like, we don't want to hear that.
Listen,
my man's over here trying to
He's over here by to sing Idol. Idol. I don't blame him.
But
it is the best song. It's one of the best songs of the thing.
I also think that it's smart.
Right.
Trick, you put in Trick with great people. Trick has improved a lot, but Fatal 4-Ways, people like Matt Cardona, these are guys who are gonna, the little flaws he still has left are gonna we're gonna not see him because of that. So I generally hope good things for Trick Williams on the main roster. He's making a fan out of me.
I know you're so different. I wish you can pull the clips from the beginning. Trick Williams is not a professional wrestler. He's
right. NXT Trick Williams, thumbs down. TNA Trick Williams, thumbs down. But main roster Trick Willie, money.
It's on, brother. It's honestly insane. My man is a superstar for no good reason. And once again, third match. And it's probably not even the main event. Honestly, who knows what the main event is? But we are back in the Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley vortex. Listen. Apparently, Raw is not big enough for the both of them. It doesn't matter if it's for the main champion, if it's for the world title, main card title, the tag team championships. It does not matter. The vortex is here forever. Liv Morgan fans and Rhea Ripley fans just have to learn how to coexist at this point because they're going to be fighting forever. We have the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. Good for Roxanne. I feel like this is a great opportunity for her. I don't think this is a margarita match. And I think having Rox go against Rhea and Io, great looks. You know what I mean? But goddamn, we were so close getting away from Liv and Rhea.
I'm just so worried they're going to do that stupid accidental I hit my partner spot with Rio and Rio.
Rio?
Hey,
and Io.
And Io will look at Rhea like, why did you hit me? And I stand 10 toes down on it. I've always said it's the worst spot in wrestling. I think it's stupid as hell. Clearly, it's an accident. Everyone buys into it. But I think they're going to start separating this, and Rhea will be like, I'm not going to apologize for an accident. And Io's going to be like, fuck you, bitch. And we're going to start building to that feud. Again,
the Mania match?
I think that's the Mania match. I think one of them wins the chamber and gets the title, and that is the Mania match.
I'm not going to hold you. Liv being a 5-time women's tag team champion is just insanity.
Nah, that's great. That'd be fun.
It's great, but just a thing like, damn, she's already a 5-time tag team champion. It's nuts. You know what I mean? Just statistic wise. Also, did you sing My Nephew Idol by putting him back to bed? I don't accept anything else.
He was trying to be on the show. He should be. I don't know why he's there. He should have been knocked out.
Bro, he heard you bring up the pay-per-view. He was like, yo, why y'all not picking Trick Williams? Sami Zayn.
Yeah, so right now we're discussing a tag team match. The Rhea Liv Vortex. So and that just happens to drag in Io Sky and Roxanne Perez. Margarita match or no?
Yeah, that's margarita match for me.
Here's the Vortex, man. It's insanity. The only thing I hope from this match is I hope and pray they don't make Liv the chicken shit heel. I feel like when Liv plays the chicken shit heel, her wrestling as a whole takes a hit. It's not enjoyable TV. When she's actually wrestling, it's good. She's a great wrestler. You know what I mean? She stepped up big time way before the injury. She was going against Io and all these other people, but when she faces Rhea and they make her the chicken shit heel, the product suffers.
What if they turn her face? Is this the night we see her turn on Roxanne?
No, it's never. She's turning on Raquel when Raquel wins the championship. That's what's happening. I wouldn't be surprised if the Mania match for Liv is Liv versus Raquel
for the World Championship.
Yes.
So are you saying Liv wins the Rumble, doesn't pick a winner, and then Raquel wins the title and comes out and picks her?
Why does she have to pick a winner? She can just win the Elimination Chamber.
That's true.
Raquel and Liv can win on the same night.
Is that a Mania match though?
And honestly, Liv's a big enough star. It doesn't matter who she faces. It's a Mania match.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Or what you do is Liv wins the chamber. Stephanie still walks into Mania as champion. Liv beats Stephanie, and then Raquel turns on Liv, and she's jealous that she wasn't able to do it. the story's there for Liv and Raquel for the split. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only issue is Liv and Dom work better as heels, even though they get cheered.
That's when they both go babyface. After Gunther chops Rey
I don't-
Mysterio's mask
I
out
don't
of his face.
I don't want to see Dom. If you make Dom a tweener, cool. Don't make him a babyface.
Be tweener just like Eddie, bro.
That's fine. I just hate when babyfaces go, I'm gonna do this for the fans. No, fuck you. Don't do it for us. Do it for yourself.
That could be the one thing. He could always be like, you know what, Gunther, I've always hated you because you did the one thing that I wanted to do, and that was retire my dad.
No, you know what his Dom's character is like. You know what? You retired my father? Thank God he was a deadbeat.
I told him not to go in there. I mean, that would be great though. Like it'd be like, oh, like just Dom walk up to Gunther and be like, yeah, here's 100,000. Keep giving him chops. 100 chops for $100,000. You know what I mean? Like that'd be. I was like, okay, Dom, I can see you do it. Like that'd be great.
No, listen. I need Dom retiring Ray. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Dom on no redemption tour trying to beat Gunther.
If Dom's retiring Ray, I would prefer that Triple Mania.
True.
When is Triple Mania? I don't get accustomed to all these.
So you trying to get tickets?
No, I don't know anything about AAA outside of what WWE feeds me. I think I got enough time to look up additional pay-per-views. I don't have enough time to look up additional pay-per-views. My chat GBT is for the anime questions.
Triple Mania is August 16th.
We got some time.
So it's in August.
Dom's not losing that title no time soon. He might lose it to El Grande though, honestly.
I don't know.
Scary.
Or Vikingo again.
Oh, did you see the clip when Viking Son and Grande were having a match?
They booed the hell out of him.
And Viking was kicking the ish out of Grande's neck, and then he was like, "Yo, tell him to stop kicking me so hard." Yeah, and then he kept doing it.
Loud.
Man, loud. You know how fed up you got to be to
Yo,
break.
He no-sold that last kick. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, what is it, a barrier? Because I know Spanish too, motherfucker.
That's facts, though.
Like, I know Spanish too, bitch.
I think Vikingo's getting to a point where he's never going to be cheered in AAA, and he's getting mad at somebody as gimmicky as fucking Ludwig Kaiser playing a Mexican. It's getting more love. It's getting more love than he is.
But you know it's mad funny. Like if he's ready to get him booed, just make him a heel. I don't understand why they still dead set on this man being a babyface.
I don't get it either.
Bro, it makes no
sense at this point.
Bro, it makes no. Just turn my man's a heel. They clearly don't love him how you want them to love him. And
bro,
they love Cody Rhodes,
bro. He's a nepo baby.
They love Grande. Grande's like the biggest thing ever.
They love Grande.
Like I fully expect to go to your cribs and see like Grande Americano merch on your children. Like 1,000% expect to go see it.
I don't know.
Chano, how would you feel if 4 spots in the Rumble went to Grande Americano, then Grande Americano Chad Gable, who eliminates Grande Americano, then Ludwig comes out as Ludwig, eliminates Grande, and then Chad Gable comes out.
That's gimmicky as hell, and it's Saudi America, so it could work. It's so gimmicky. It could honestly work.
I don't know if you've seen Chad, but he put a post the other day. My boy's jacked.
I mean, he was always jacked.
He was always jacked.
Where is American Made? What are they doing?
Coaching Ivy now.
Yeah, I don't know. That's another tag team that just fell off.
They weren't ready. They shouldn't have gotten called up. They weren't ready. They weren't ready for main roster. They still need some polishing.
Yeah, I mean, at least they still employed. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie. They got called up because of one move, and it was that cannonball. And then they realized this is very unsafe.
And then people on the main roster were like, "You ain't doing that to me."
You want that big motherfucker to jump off the top rope and hit me like that?
He does what? Free fall?
Yeah. No, I think it was cool on TV when it wasn't being done to me.
Right. But yeah, I really feel like they just got lost in the sauce because they just weren't really ready for the call up yet. But it's okay. I don't know why they just don't get sent back to TNA or NXT. It'd be fine for them.
You said it right the first time. Send them to TNA to dethrone the Hardys.
Yeah, send the Creed brothers to TNA.
You know what I mean, bro? Just send anybody you don't want to send back to NXT to go TNA and see if you go help them. was basically at that point. I think the founder has a good main event question for us. What is
I
it?
do.
It's,
On the 2 months that I've been off, man, and watching wrestling and keeping up with it. Do you guys feel like wrestling has lost its peak? And when I mean peak, like the peak like it was when Roman Reigns and the Bloodline were the main event. When Cody Rhodes was a 2-time back-to-back Royal Rumble, when he finally did what his dad did. Like that was peak wrestling. I feel like everybody in their livelihood was watching wrestling. And now it's like wrestling is great. It's good. It's constant. And then it has its ways sometimes, but I feel like because it's not at the forefront anymore and it's not at that like popular front page as it was 2 years ago, it's better. So do y'all feel like wrestling has lost its peak?
I mean, yeah, you're talking about one of the hottest storylines in the past like 26 years. You know what I mean? The Bloodline story it got so many people back watching TV. Should have got me watching TV again. You got Brandon watching TV again. They got Tino watching TV again. And it was great to watch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just great cinematic wrestling and great storyline. They got to think about it. When Sami Zayn turned on Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble because he wouldn't hit Kevin Owens with the chair, the Elimination Chamber for Roman and Sami Zayn are great matches. You know what I mean? Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens beating the Usos at WrestleMania.
It was cinematic, 100%.
Then you have Jey Uso. Then you have Jimmy turning on. You have Jimmy turning on Roman. Then Jay turning on Roman. Then Jay being the first person to pin Roman in 4 or 5 years. It was great. Every single messaging into it was amazing television. So yeah, the peak is over, but you also get great moments on television. You had MJF versus Adam Cole. That was great. That was a beautiful storyline. Unfortunately, it was tanked with the double storyline. You know what I mean? That ruined it, and that ruined Adam Cole completely, both figuratively and literally, because he literally broke his ankle at Grand Slam and was never the same even when he came back.
He might be the same now.
Now he has to retire.
He might have to retire.
What if they rerun the devil storyline right now with Adam Cole?
I'm telling you right now, AEW fans would throw themselves off the toilet.
I'm tuning out.
They ruined it the first time. They're not going to do it better the second time. You know what I mean? The only way this is twisted if the devil's actually Chris Jericho. And even then, it's like, oh, okay, I guess. I mean, I'm like, okay, that explains what Wardlow is. But yeah, at the same time, it's wrestling is gonna have its peak moments, but to have a peak moment like the Bloodline storyline, hell no. But there will be great moments. When Hangman beat John Moxley for the world title, that was a beautiful moment where Swerve came out to help him. And when Hangman was like, "You deserved it," and Swerve was like, "I know," that was great. That was like wrestling is gonna have beautiful moments, you know what I mean? But you're talking about a generational storyline, and it sucks because wrestling is kind of in a down state right now. For me, at least, AEW is great, but WWE kind of sucks. You know what I mean? They took a step in the right direction. They took a strap off of Cody, but now you go into Mania season. How do you handle this going into Mania season? What do you do? What do you do differently? How do you keep interest up? So you have all these things that you can and can't do, but overall, you're not going to beat that moment. Are you going to find another generational storyline in your back pocket to use? There's only so much story the Bloodline storyline can tell at this point. You know what I mean?
That's true.
The Uso, like Jey Uso, won the Royal Rumble, won the World Heavyweight Championship, reunited with his brother, became tag team champions again. Like, where do you go from here with that story? And I guess that's the dope part to figure that out next. But at the same time, there's like 10 Bloodline members now. You have Solo, the MFTs. You know what I mean? You got Jacob in there now. Like Jay already conceded that he's not a single star. You know what I mean? That he went back to his brother. But are you going to convince us that you can convince yourself that you're a singles wrestler? Are you guys going to back Jacob Fatu now? Like, But listen, wrestling is gonna have the peaks and the lows. It's like a valley, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I don't know if that answers your question, but it's
No, you make good points, Nira.
Yeah, no, like what Chano said, and then it goes to me. It's WWE was in a peak, or wrestling was in a peak. It was because it was accessible to everybody, and I'm taking a shot at TKO here, but they made it to where you want to be a real wrestling fan. Well, you can attend live shows now because we're going to bump up the seats for people who have money for live shows, whether they like wrestling or not. We're going to do the Netflix deal, and the only celebrities that are going to be here are people that slander wrestling on their shows. And it's like, to me, TKO did this whole thing where they're taking the love of wrestling fans and putting it, obviously they want to be profitable, but they're putting profits so high up that wrestling, in a sense, it's not even for wrestling fans anymore. It's becoming of merchandise, marketing, whatever it is. But, we know people who like to go to WrestleMania and we're like, well, I can't go to WrestleMania now. We really can't go. It's to Saudi Arabia. Chano, you going to Saudi Arabia? You can afford that? I know you're a big baller.
brother. I give you pounds about going to North Carolina. You think I'm going to Saudi America?
But
You know,
that's my thing.
Saudi?
I think the peak of wrestling fell out because it became less accessible to everybody. And when you take that out, when lower middle class fans like me can't go to shows, I don't care what's really happening on TV because I'm not going to see it live when it's in my town anyway.
Honestly, I don't think that's really the problem with wrestling. I think people stopped enjoying wrestling for wrestling and started watching specifically for people they enjoy. So, for example, LA Knight fans. I think LA Knight's in my opinion of him, he's a baller, playoff riser. However, I think people are unhappy with the product because LA Knight is not a world champion, or he's not having the single success
That's true.
that fans believe that he has. You know what I mean? Or like when Liv and Rhea were feuding for the recently, not the first time, but like recently when Liv was world champion. Or like neither fan base was happy with the product because their favorite person wasn't wrestling. Yeah, think about it.
Right.
Yeah, think about it. If Cody Rhodes never beat Roman at 41, there would have been a whole bunch of people unhappy with booking and storyline because their favorite person did not, well, not even their favorite person, the person they detest the most, which was Roman at the time, didn't lose a championship. I think a lot of fans have turned out to be result based. They're only fans if their favorite person won. It's kind of like a parasocial relationship. You know what I mean? It's like they like wrestling, but they only want to see their favorite people win. And I'm kind of guilty with that with Dom, but as long as Dom's getting TV time on TV, I'm cool. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't need Dom to be world champion tomorrow. I'm not gonna complain about his booking. I'm just happy for old boy doing what he loves doing. But wrestling's like that for a lot of people. Next time you guys are on Twitter, look at some wrestling takes. Of just notice when people be like, oh, so and so deserves to be a champion this year. I don't know why they're not a champion. It's like, is that all you think of wrestling? Like, first of all, I'm not gonna sit here and call wrestling fake, but it's a scripted show. It's theater. You know what I mean? It's not like these people are actually combating each other for their lives on the line. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
Could you imagine if half these moves were done completely? You know what I mean? Like, if a brain buster was actually a brain buster. Like a Superman punch was actually a punch to the temple. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that means it'd be insanity.
Brock Lesnar would be world champion to this day. He'd
If I
never
was on a
lost the title.
fight and someone picked the guy up and hit a brainbuster, I'd be like, yo, yeah, that guy won.
Especially how Fletcher does it on the turnbuckle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bro, so it's like, next time you guys are on social media, take a look at people's wrestling takes and be like, oh, so-and-so should be champion. And that's why the product is trash right now because they're not champion. And then you see how fickle they turn 3 months later. Oh, no, they need to take the strap off of them. Like, nobody's enjoying it, just enjoying them more. People are watching to see their own twisted ideas and booking come to life.
I feel that.
That's ultimately what it's come down to. But yeah, TKO sucks. Stop raising the prices.
It's the prices, and then it's like, let's look at the Bloodline, right? The Bloodline storyline was great. Monday Night Raw was on USA. It ran. You want to watch pay-per-views on Peacock. Now it's like, if you want to watch Raw, you got to be on Netflix. To watch pay-per-view, I got to be on ESPN.
ESPN.
To watch Evolve, I got to download Tubi. To watch NXT, I still got to have cable to get the CW. SmackDown is on USA
And Peacock.
and Peacock, apparently.
TNA
You know,
is on AMC.
It's like I said, it's just less accessible for people to follow at this point.
And Mark has a maybe have a good point, but Mark has a good point. Wrestling is storytelling. If any company is failing to tell good stories with the characters, people will lose interest. You know what's actually mad funny about that? I remember TNA, before they got the deal, maybe like 6 months ago, Matt Hardy was on record saying, he's like, yeah, listen, I think we can still have good matches, but I want us to focus on storytelling. And people were real life mad about that. They were like, what do you mean you want to focus on storytelling? We just want good matches. Like, of course anybody wants to have good matches, you know what I mean? But like, if you're gonna go from a great match to a good match, and from all right storytelling to good storytelling, I think that's a turn for the better. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys agree? Would you, if you had a choice, so that have great matches, bad storylines, but good matches, good storylines? Which one? How would you prefer? Like, if you had your little meter, you either have great matches, okay storylines, or good storylines, good matches. How would you guys turn it?
I would rather have. Go ahead, Nira.
I would personally rather have a great match with a bad storyline, because if people go back and watch my match, it's like, oh, that's cool. But if people watch the storyline and then like, what's the match that led up to it, and the match is awful, it's kind of like, what was the point?
It's a mixed bag. You gotta have a healthy balance.
It's a mixed bag, and in some way I agree with you, Nate Ram, just to throw out the example of like the Jimmy J Uso match at me. Like, it was, for every reason, that should have been a 10 out of 10 match, and it wasn't.
But that's why I said good match. I didn't say like a good decent match. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, so you're saying either have really good story and a decent. I mean, that was a decent match. I'm not gonna say that the match was god awful. It was.
They didn't get the 45 minutes that they asked for, Marcus. What do you expect them to do?
No, but basically what I'm saying is,
yeah, I would rather have the good match and a okay storyline.
No, it was a great match. Great match, okay storyline, good match, good story. You get a healthy, nice little balance. Because you think about it, like the Bloodline, for example, like that Sammy Roman thing at Elimination Chamber, that was a beautiful lead up. It was a beautiful storyline, and it was an even better match. You know what I mean? Like, there was times I really thought Sammy was taking it home at the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, when you got both, it's lightning in a bottle, as they say.
Mm-hmm. It's just wrestling is storytelling based, and I don't think you should crucify wrestlers for trying to get better storylines to get more people hooked onto a week-to-week basis. Because I like it. I love a good match. I love a good match, but if you got no reason for me to tune in afterward, I don't really care much for it. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Oh man, Mark, I thought we were friends. The Miz may never give me a 5-star match, but he could tell a story I care about.
He's the GOAT.
I think you're on drugs. Now we're gonna start drug testing at 4 sides of the ring.
Give the Miz his flowers. I'm sick of you not giving the Miz his flowers. The Miz deserves it. You know that Kyle Fletcher said in the Chris Van V episode that growing up, the Miz was his favorite wrestler, and that's who he inspired him to cut good promos.
Listen. I feel you. I just don't see what the Miz. I like the Miz. I appreciate what the Miz is giving to the company, but I don't see what makes the Miz great.
He makes people great.
And I've seen Miz from the beginning of his career to about now. I missed a couple years, but I've seen the Miz. I just don't see what the hype is with the Miz. I think he's a good wrestler. I think he's even better on the mic. Right? I just don't see why people revere him as one of the GOATs. I just don't see it.
One of the GOATs. He's the definition of hard work pays off.
He definitely worked his ass off to stay in the company as long as he did. I will never take that away from him. He found something to make it work, and he stuck. I think he's good. I just don't think he's great. I don't see what makes him great. I think he's very good though. to be at the top of your game, to have a career for over 20 years on live television?
For me, in a sense, it's like The Miz is great for the same reason why people think Dolph Ziggler is great. And personally, I would say The Miz is a better in-ring performer than Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler can just sell a move. Not saying that Dolph Ziggler is bad. Dolph Ziggler is a better seller, but in-ring performing, I'm going to give it to The Miz. And because of one fact only, the man's never hurt a single soul. Like, he's one of the safest wrestlers. It's going to give you anything that you probably could want out of a wrestler, and he can make anybody look good. Like Mark said, he's just a great storyteller. He may not be your, like, obviously the 5-star wrestler everybody might make him out to be or wants him to be, but like the man is a 4 out of 5 when it comes to wrestling. You know what I mean?
I think, like, take Dolph Ziggler, for example. Dolph Ziggler could make anyone that he puts in a match look like a 10, right? Because he's that great. But then you take that guy and you put him into another match, and you're like, well, that doesn't look as good as the Dolph Ziggler match because Dolph Ziggler's not in the match. The Miz takes people and he'll make you put the work in to be a 10, to advance yourself to the level that he's at. And then when you leave, you look better because the Miz pushed his person. I think the Miz is more responsible for a lot more people being better than they are, whether it's the mic, handling promos, or just in-ring psychology, than people are going to give him credit for.
And that because, and just because, like, Miz has that fight in him too. So it was like, he knew in a sense, like, if I'm going to be in the ring with John Cena, obviously people don't want to see me. They want to see John Cena, but I'm going to give you a reason to want to see me. You know what I mean? Like, no other wrestler besides D-Generation X, and I don't want to say no other wrestler, but I really want to say no wrestler like The Miz got to change the WWE logo and turn it upside down for him. Like, no other wrestler was allowed to mess with the logo, but he was allowed to do that. He turned that logo upside down and turned,
because he's a goat.
You know, so
God. Frying me over here in that ram.
He's a goat.
I don't know. I'm not going to say goat, but
he should be on a Mount Rushmore.
I don't know about that. I do think The Miz deserves flowers.
And I'm setting up piss cups. I'm setting up piss cups this week. I'm testing that for a 17 screen panel. All right. So in other news, TNA news, Trey Miguel has re-signed with TNA.
Good for him.
And he came out about an hour ago.
Good for him.
Good for him. I don't know why Warner is being so aggressive about that just towards AEW. I'm not going to get into it. But good for him. I think it sucks. They all 4 wanted to be together. This was their opportunity. So I think that sucks. But Trey Miguel, he's an excellent wrestler. He's not going to have a hard time breaking into the solo crowd. So,
if honestly 6 months go by and he becomes a real draw, Warner Brother might be like, you know what, we was wrong. Let's bring him on board.
Maybe Warner Brother was like, let's get rid of one before Tony Khan wants to have a faction title where 4 guys have to hold belts.
Listen, if that's the case, they better turn Tony Khan away from the Don Callis family. They're about to make a faction.
The 4x4 championships.
Insanity. But overall, any last thoughts from you, gentlemen?
Nah, man. Happy to be back. Glad to be back.
Netram, anything for you, brother?
I got nothing. Wrestling's been good. Matches have been great. And that's all I can say. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. But if you want to follow me on Twitter, because I'm about to download it into my new phone, it's NITRAM_4 SOTR, NITRAM_4 SOTR.
Yeah, you can follow me at the Founder MH, and that's mostly really about it.
Oh wow, so enthusiastic. Thank you for letting people know where to find you, Marcus. And you can find us on Twitter, 4 Sides OTR on Twitter, 4 Sides of the Ring on TikTok, 4 Sides of the Ring on Facebook, 4 Sides of the Ring on YouTube, 4 Sides of the Ring on MySpace. The AIM name is 4 Sizzle. It's just the AIM name is Four Sizzle My Nizzles. And you can find me nowhere. I don't have social media. Well, I do, but you don't deserve to know it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is our time. We'll be here sometime next week with some combination of 4 of us.
Big news.
4 of us.
4 of us.
All right, guys. Much love. Till next time.
Till next
I
time.
can press the end theme. Ha ha.